little thing that a lot of people missed, I think. So the rumor on the internet is that the Fantastic Four movie is either going to be a set piece in the 60s or they'll start in the 60s, travel to get lost in the multiverse.
And pop up in present day.
And during the Doctor Strange movie, when he pops down and introduces himself, Doctor Strange says, "Didn't you peak in the 60s?"
Yeah. Didn't you guys chart in the 60s? He was making a music joke, I think. Or do you think it was a hint?
I think it was a drop that
just like a thing Doctor Strange was making a joke, but we put this line in here as like a hint.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Right. That might be cool.
Because it would make, they're not in the MCU. How do you bring them into the MCU? How do you bring the first family of comics?
Dude, we might get original Hank Pym Ant-Man if that's the case. You could.
Yeah,
could. Something set in the late 60s because they jump back to the early 70s, right?
Right. So
when Hank Pym they got to do better de-aging.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas, because good Lord, that was terrible.
You have these rock stars in the comics that are literally saving the world from cancer and all this kind of stuff, and they've got superpowers, and then all of a sudden Thanos shows up and they're not around.
Huh?
In the MCU.
What are you talking about?
So if they were alive in the 60s and they're still on Earth, how does MCU bring them in while having all these intergalactic threats happen that we've watched without finding a way to have them and not having to do a full... Nobody wants to watch, just like they didn't want to watch Big Uncle Ben die again, nobody wants to watch a Fantastic Four
origin story.
Origin story. We've seen it 3 times it's trash or 2 times it's trash.
Yeah.
So they were alive and well in the 60s, and I think the movie thing is supposed to be they were rock stars, awesome scientists, all this kind of stuff.
You don't mean literal rock stars.
No,
you mean badass people.
Iron Man. They were Tony Stark. They were the Tony Stark of the 60s.
You're saying they were super famous.
Yep. Gotcha. And then they get whatever that, in the comics they leave in a spaceship and it gets hit with rays or whatever.
Right.
But they've already said that they have a son in the show, or in this one they say, yeah, I've got a son.
Yeah. The
son can interdimensionally travel, I'm pretty sure. It's one of his power sets. He's a mega level, whatever. They just leave, get stuck, and they come back current day. And that's
how do they justify not knowing about them?
Because they're gone. In the show they'll just have them blink off the map.
Yeah, but if they leave, you're saying
it's like an accident. They literally were there. Because then think about it, we're in the comic
you would still know. You'd still be like, where did those people go?
Right, but there's no reason for them to be brought up because we've had other superheroes jump up. We know that there was an Ant-Man running around, like you said.
Yeah, but we never knew about it until Endgame.
Well, we knew.
Well, we kind of knew about it.
Well, in Ant-Man, was it Ant-Man 1 or 2? It shows the old footage of him.
Yeah, it was Ant-Man 1. Yeah.
So we had superheroes back then. They just weren't talking about them. They just
barely mentioned them. Okay,
because they're basically government, workers or whatever.
So that would work.
And if they're just even though they're famous, they're still just famous scientists.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they get it right this time.
they're talking about having him direct it too.
That would be cool.
And have his wife.
Because who backed out? Didn't someone back out?
John Watts.
Yeah. John Watts backed out, and there's talks of, I heard that on some podcast or something, maybe a YouTube video. I don't know. I was listening to the other day. But yeah, I hope they get it right. And I don't know about his wife playing opposite to him in this one, because that feels like you guys are just going to start doing that all the time?
I'm okay with it.
Hey there. Hope you enjoyed that clip. You can find more clips like this and full video episodes of the Small Stuff Podcast on our YouTube channel. You can also listen to full episodes of the Small Stuff Podcast in audio form wherever it is you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, all the places. Also, follow us on social media. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All the links are in the description. Have a nice day.